Hey there. Good morning, Brickheads. Happy Monday to you. I hope your week is starting off well. I know mine is, because it is time to talk your ear off about some latest Lego news and rumors, and really today is all about set releases. So I'm excited to get into this one for sure. This is a 18 plus Lego adults only episode, this one. So anyway, I do want to, before I get into it though, do want to say thank you, whether you're listening in on your favorite podcast platform. You know, maybe you're stuck in some morning traffic and this is helping you get through this. I appreciate you. Or you're a visual person and you like hanging out with your cup of coffee in the morning watching me on the YouTube page. I appreciate you. You know, no matter how you tune in, it just means the world to me. So if you do like this content, I do stream every Monday and Wednesdays. Mondays is all about the news, the rumors, and what to expect in the world of Lego. And then Wednesdays it's a wild card, you know, whole lot of different topics that I cover on the Wednesday episodes. But today's really all about the 18 plus Lego line, right? Adults welcome. Honestly, it's like adults only, because these price points are so gosh darn high. I don't know anybody under the age of 18 who could afford pretty much any of these Lego sets that I'm going to talk to you about today. And so here's what I'm going to do. It is going to be a little lightning fast because honestly, I got a lot of sets to talk to you about. And really all I'm going to cover are set releases from August 1st to the end of November. So essentially, here's what to expect for the 18 plus lineup over the next 5 months. And I counted 17. That's right. 17 really incredible sets that honestly, if none of these get your heart rate up, if none of these get you going, maybe you need to go to the doctor, because there should be something for everybody in this lineup. So I am going to list them off to you. I'm actually going to do it by set number. So lowest set number up to highest set number. So that is the order that I'm going in. I'm going to give you a little information about each of the sets, piece counts, prices, release dates, what to expect, and we'll just go from there, okay? So here we go. Starting off with one that I think is up there in the top 3 for things that I'm excited about for sets, and that is set 10356. Starting it off strong, and actually the last set to be released in this whole list, and that is the Star Trek USS Enterprise D, the next generation Enterprise D. We have talked a lot about this on previous podcasts, but it is a 3,600 piece set. It is $400. It's going to have 9 amazing minifigs. It's going to be like 2 feet long. The actual saucer detaches like it does in the show, although thinking about it, I think, what was that? Only like episode 1 in season 1 really actually showed the saucer being removed. It was kind of a shtick that they did that, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, it should be really cool. And Star Trek making a huge splash into Lego with its first set. Now, I will tell you, this is a particular set that if you are excited about but are kind of skeptical at the price tag, you get 9 minifigs with the set, right? Your classics, your Picard, your Worf, your Data, Riker, you know, so on and so forth. But they also will have a gift with purchase set, and that is set 4768. There is going to be a Type 15 shuttle pod that will be a gift with purchase if you get the Enterprise. And rumor has it there is going to be an Ensign Row is going to be the minifig with that shuttle pod, which I said in other podcasts, I really kind of think that's a miss. I really wish they had done like a Gene Roddenberry. I think that would have made it a lot more appealable. But I am excited that they have a minifig in there. It makes me want it that much more right off the bat to make sure I have every Star Trek minifig. But anyway, so like I said, starting off strong, that is their big Black Friday release this year, and it is going to be phenomenal. So, and then moving on from there, another set we have talked a lot about, that's set 10358. This one's coming out in just a couple weeks, y'all. It is Soundwave, Transformers Soundwave. Beautiful looking Decepticon. 1,505 pieces, $190, but coming out here on August 4th, 2025. Now, if you're wondering, why is it $190? Well, it's because it's a licensed set with Hasbro, and it has a really cool sound brick in it. And this sound brick has, I want to say 5 or 6, I can't remember off the top of my head suddenly, but 5 or 6 really cool sayings that Soundwave makes, indicative of the G1 Soundwave sound bits that you'd get. So a cool looking set, right in line with the same size as Optimus. Should be going off shelves pretty quick, even with that super high price tag. But yeah, Soundwave coming out just around the corner, just a couple weeks away. Yeah, 3 weeks away. And then moving on from there, we have set 10361. Hey, we can't forget, we have Winter Village fans out there. I don't have a lot of information on this set yet. I'm sure it will come pretty quick because this set release, the Winter Village, always comes out October 1st, 2025. But the big news is, seems like with everything Lego, right? The price point is going to be a $130 set. And one hopes that that means we're going to get a higher piece count too, but, fingers crossed there. We'll see. The Winter Village, it's a wonderful sub-theme I collect. I actually have every Winter Village set. I'm looking at them right now, along with my Art of Chocolate BrickLink designer set that's sitting up there with them. But they release one set every October, and that becomes the Winter Village set. And last year's was beautiful with the big old hot air balloon, the Santa's post office. So we'll see what happens this year. But I'm a little bummed. The price is definitely going to be higher than normal. It is going to be $130. So keep that in mind. More details to come, hopefully within the next couple weeks. All right, moving on from there. Here is a set that people are going to lose their minds over. Well, a certain set of people, and that is set 10365, the Black Pearl. I'll just call it the UCS Black Pearl. It's not like we get a lot, if any, Pirates of the Caribbean sets anymore, but the Black Pearl kind of sets itself apart. It's kind of like Star Trek, the Enterprise for ships in the world of Pirates of the Caribbean. And they are going to do, basically, it's a UCS style, right? It's a huge 18 plus 2,861 piece behemoth. It's going to be $330 coming out September 12th. But again, this is going to have, I believe, 9 minifigs that's going to come with it. So, your mainstays, right? Your Barbossas, your Jack Sparrows. So it should be an absolutely incredible set. And for a lot of those Lego ship fans out there, it's going to be one they're definitely going to want in their collection. So again, this is kind of interesting, right? It's just so many amazing 18 plus sets, but these prices are so high. Like, I don't know how you're going to get your hands on all of these. You're probably not. You're going to get your hands on 1 or 2 of them and be happy with it, right? But yeah, the Black Pearl, we don't have official images of that, just the information on it, as well as the minifig lineup, which images that I do have or information that I do have, I will have with visuals here on the YouTube page itself. So if you are tuning into the video, you can see some of the more detailed information, like who are the minifigs that are going to be included, things like that. So, and if I do have official images or rumor images, I will post those as well. All right, moving on from there, moving up in set number, we are into the 2100s now, okay? 21063. This is the number 1 set on this entire list I am excited for because I am a Lego architecture ultra nerd. I actually have Notre Dame Paris beautiful cathedral sitting next to me, and it's 4,000 plus piece behemoth. I'm spinning it right now, hence why you hear some of the noise. It is such a beautiful set, and it is about to maybe be eclipsed by an even more beautiful set. And again, that is the new Neuschwanstein Castle. And it is a 3,455 piece set, so it's a lot smaller in piece count, but it is actually about the exact same size in terms of length, width, height as Notre Dame. So it should be really cool. It is a $280 set, so it is definitely more expensive than Notre Dame as well. This is actually price per piece. Notre Dame is, in terms of Lego nowadays, is one of the cheaper sets that you're ever going to find. But Neuschwanstein is going to be $280. And again, that also comes out in just a couple weeks. I am super excited for this. And I forgot to mention it at the beginning, but I will tell you, for any of you August purchases, like you're really excited to go out there and get your Soundwave or get your Neuschwanstein, and you're going to get a gift with purchase. The August gift with purchase, okay? So this is for purchases of $130 or more. You're going to get a Brickhead duo, and not just any Brickhead duo. You're going to get Gen Z's favorites, Fortnite's Peely and Cuddle. Okay, so Peely is the giant banana guy, and then Cuddle is a teddy bear. And it's set 4760. So like I say, latest Brickheads, and this is not going to be available for purchase. It's going to be a gift with purchase, but it's going to be for the month of August or until supplies run out. But if you are interested in getting any sets here in August, this is available for you for any sets, any purchases of $130 or more. So I also always want to point out it's on individual purchases. So if you're purchasing online and you decide to purchase both Soundwave, let's say Soundwave and Neuschwanstein, purchase those separately. Because if you purchase them separately, then you'll get two gift with purchase Brickheads, and you could sell off one and make a little bit of money, lower your price count. So yeah, don't ever do, as soon as you hit the threshold for a gift with purchase, I always do, especially if it's online, make the separate purchase. That way you qualify for as many gifts with possible as possible. So if you're into that, you don't have to, but that's just my opinion and my advice. So, but moving on from Neuschwanstein, because we have talked a lot about that in previous episodes, we have a set. This is actually the big news this week. The official images have been dropped, and again, I will put them up here on the video. But it's set 21359, the new LEGO Ideas Italian Riviera. It's a big set, y'all. It is the biggest, I believe it's the biggest ideas set we may have come out here in the next 5 months. It's 3,251 pieces. It is a $300 set. And again, this comes out August 1st. So this would be eligible for that gift with purchase Brickheads as well. I will tell you, looking at these images, it's like it's the same, but it's just kind of different, and I don't know if it's different in a good way. If you've seen the original idea submission, I think the two things that really get to me from the changes that they've made, which LEGO does this all the time, right? When it comes to idea sets, there is a submission idea. It gets approved, and then the LEGO designers get their hands on it, and oftentimes they improve on it, but sometimes they make design choices that I don't know are great, so it makes me wonder if this is a structural choice. But the roof, the roof in all three buildings, that's a little different. I don't know if I like how they redid the roof. The front building, it's like this... The front building has its own little balcony. That looks all very similar. But the building behind it, they have modified it, made it a little bit more rectangular, a little bit less, a little bit less curb appeal in my opinion. And then, honestly, the windows. If you look at the windows with the window, what do you call the shutters? The shutters are simplified on the official design versus the old design, and I kind of like, the storm shutters being able to move rather than doing these little 1x2 bricks. Yeah, and then honestly, the beachfront too. The Italian Riviera sets up right. They're walking along this little waterway beachfront area, and just how it all comes together. I don't know. I'm not quite sure yet if I think this is improvements. I think if you don't know any better and you've never seen it before, or you never saw the submission, I don't think you're going to be upset with it. I think you're going to look at this Italian Riviera set and think, that's a pretty good looking set. And it is. Like, it's still a really nice set. I will just say that from looking at the submissions pictures to the comparison to the official release, I don't know. I think I like the submission better. I'm just saying. So good job to the designer. Kudos to you. But yeah, if you're interested in that, again, it is a $300 set. Comes out here in a couple weeks, August 1st, but this also will get a gift with purchase. So it's going to be one of those, it's set number 6589679, a long one, which means it's going to be in one of those little yellow box gift with purchases. Definitely not ideal, definitely not as valuable, but it is an Italian market van. It's 142 pieces, cute little market van. You can actually build it, put it right in your Italian Riviera. Should go nice with it, but if you want to basically purchase this right off the bat and get it at retail price, you can get that gift with purchase. In fact, you can stack them. So you not only, if you go out August 1st and buy the Italian Riviera, not only will you get the Italian market van, but you'll also get the BrickHeads as well. So that is another thing to consider if you're going out August 1st and purchasing Lego. Again, these are until supplies last. Okay, so a lot of times they'll do these gift with purchases as a 2-week thing. But if it's a popular GWP, it usually lasts 5-7 days at max. So keep those things in mind. All right, moving on from the Italian Riviera. Like I said, let me know comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you think it looks gorgeous? Are you like, hard pass? Let me know. But moving on from there, we're actually going to stick with ideas here for just a little bit because we got a lot of Lego idea sets coming out in the next 5 months. So Italian Riviera was the first one. The next one to come out is in September, and that's set 21360. That's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So it is a 2026-piece set, and it will be on retail for $220. Yeah, we haven't seen official images of this yet, but the idea submission, I don't know if I'll personally get it, but definitely, a great idea. Very popular children's book by Roald Dahl, very popular movies. I am more of a Gene Wilder fan instead of a Johnny Depp fan. I like the original. But yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, always good. So $220. And again, all of these prices that I'm giving you, I should tell you, if you've listened to this podcast for a while, I list these prices in USD, okay? So US dollars. So you will have to do your own conversions. I apologize because I know I do have a lot of listeners out there in the British Isles, very specifically the UK. I got a lot of listeners down there in Australia. Obviously, your currency rates are different, but I am listing all of these in USD prices. So moving on from there. All right, more Lego ideas. 21361. We've got Lego Gizmo. Okay, so this is one of those. They had a 1980s contest, right? They had 2 winners. They had the Goonies ship, and then they had Gizmo. I actually think I may be more excited for Gizmo. He is an 1,135-piece set, $100, and coming out October 1st, which to me is great because it's like just in time for Halloween, right? So I am really excited for Gizmo. I think it's going to be a cute, awesome looking set. Definitely more stout and obviously higher piece count than the original submission. So I will be excited to see all of those final looks for Gizmo when we get the official images dropped. But moving on from there, we have 21362. This is an interesting ideas choice. I remember when this came out. This is the minerals display. It is an 880-piece set for only $60. In terms of Lego prices, and especially for Lego ideas, this is a cheap set. And I think because, well, it's a rock collection, right? Comes out on October 1st, 2025. But you will get basically a stand, right? It's got like it looks like a little mini shelf, and you've got I believe it's six different mineral displays, like rhododendrite, pyrite, your quartz. I think there's some like smoky quartz in there. And as a rock hound, I do love, I wouldn't say I'm a huge rock collector, but just like every 6-year-old out there, I wanted to be a geologist and had a big rock collection. I do still have some rocks in my collection, but I think this is really cool. I think it's a very original, neat ideas submission, and I can't wait to get this one in my collection. Definitely will buy it. And at $60, I can totally justify that. But that one comes out October 1st. And then moving up to the other big bad boy. Okay, the other 80s winner, set 21363. This is the Goonies ship. This one comes out in November. It is 2,912 pieces. It is a $300 set. But y'all, if they do a good job with this, meaning if the designers don't change it up too much, it will be really impressive, right? It's the One-Eyed Willie's big original Goonies ship where all the treasure's being held, right? And you've got all of the characters from the movie, both the gang as well as all of the kids. And all those minifigures look great. You're going to have a sloth minifigure. Like I said, I hope they have a little tiny baby Ruth that they could hold with him and Chunk. I just think this would be so cool, right? Maybe the sticker that says you're going to live with me now. I don't know. It'd be kind of neat. But yeah, the Goonies ship. It is a cool looking ship. The front side obviously is the long full display ship, but when you turn it around, it is a diorama basically of all of the different scenes that are going on in the movie itself, from, the basement of the shack where Chunk first meets Sloth, down to, where they're getting the booby traps and all of those stuff. So should be really cool. Like I said, 80s nostalgia in full force. All those Gen Xers out there, all those Zennials should go crazy for this one. Again, $300 coming out November 1st. Okay, and then moving on from there, we did it. We made it through Lego Ideas onto some other stuff. And we're going to start off with a weird one. It's set 41843, a family set. I don't have a lot of information on this set. All I know that is it a $300 set coming out on October 1st, and at 3,171 pieces, it's going to be a big one. So is it going to be another like world map thing? I have no idea what it is. All I know is that, 3,100 piece mystery set out there. It should be kind of interesting, and it's a family set. It reminds me of, like I said, the world maps where you had a little airplane and you could document all the little places that you could go. Something like that. Or maybe a giant family tree. I'm not really sure, but we will have to see. But that is the family set, also coming out October 1st. All right, and then moving on from there, we have our Disney set, our one and only Disney set. And I'm not sure if this is going to be an 18-plus set, but I believe so. And that's going to be set 43279. That is the new buildable Wally and Eve. Love me some Wally. I do own the original 2015 Lego Ideas set Wally. In fact, we'll be reviewing him shortly, so make sure you tune in on Wednesday. But this is going to be an 800-piece set between the two of these builds, so this Wally should be smaller than the original Ideas submission that came out a decade ago. But at $70, really good price, and comes out on September 1st. So I'm excited to see that one. Again, I love Pixar. The new Luxo Junior set with the little lamp jumping on the ball, I just think is fantastic. Again, this week, plan on getting some more things, some more videos about those two sets. But yeah, really excited to see that when it comes out with official images. But definitely, like I said, it will certainly be smaller than the original idea submission. But not a lot of people got their hands on that set because, not only did it have a short shelf life, but now here on the aftermarket, if you want it new, it's a pretty expensive set to get. So not a lot of people got it. So I think this is going to make a lot of Disney fans out there happy, specifically Pixar fans. So moving on from there, we got another, the smallest 18 plus set. We're moving into the world of Super Mario now. And that is set 72406. That's the new Game Boy. All right. It is expensive price per piece. It's only 421 pieces, right? But it is a $60 set coming out on October 1st. So we'll see. If I had to guess, I think it's probably going to look absolutely spot on, both in size, length, width, depth. It's probably going to feel just like the handheld. Nintendo Mario Lego sets do a really good job of being ultra realistic. Having seen the NES, having seen the Atari, I think the Game Boy will be a good addition. So if you are a fan of those style sets, hope you got $60 in your pocket. You can get yourself a Game Boy here in October. So this is the one I probably definitely will add and put it right next to my NES set for sure. So, but then here we go. Here's the big one. Finally did it. We're at our Star Wars set. We all know the Star Wars set. Say it with me now. UCS Death Star. This is set 75419. It's, we've known about this set for months now, but it's a 9,019 piece set, and it is going to retail for $1,000. Whew. So of all the sets I'm talking to you about today, you could buy all of them, or you could buy this one, and it's going to be about 30% of the cost of the rest combined, right? Comes out October 1st. A lot of October 1st releases here. But what makes this set different than the original Death Star 2 or the Death Star play set that was on shelves for like a decade is this, in my opinion, is going to be a combination of the two, right? It's going to be a huge, detailed 9,000 piece Death Star that you can display in all of its glory, but also that you can open up and it will have the play style features of I want to say it's the 10188 Death Star that came out way back in 2008. We'll see. $1,000. It is going to be one of those sets that not many people, I think, are able to get their hands on. Obviously, the price point is just absurd. But, you see this more and more with Star Wars sets, and there's very few out there that can demand that kind of price. A Falcon, an AT-AT, and now a Death Star. So we'll see. The good news is, like I said, it's supposed to have 40 plus minifigures in it. So that's a couple $100 in minifigs right there, right? And I'm sure there's going to be a number of them that are going to be exclusive to that set. It just, kind of a no-brainer, I would think. But if you want to go out October 1st and buy it, well, here you go. You do get a gift with purchase that's going to come with it. We don't know what it is yet, but it's set 4771. It's going to be 236 pieces. My guess is it's either going to be a TIE Fighter promo or it's going to be another lightsaber. Those are the two options I think that would probably make the most sense. Probably the TIE Fighter first, just because, it's the Death Star. Wouldn't that make sense? But everybody goes crazy for lightsaber hilts. So if they put out a new lightsaber hilt, that would make a lot of sense as well. But there you go. The $1,000 Death Star coming out in October. All right, hanging in there with me. We're almost there. Still more 18 plus sets to come. You like Harry Potter? Good news. We've got an 18 plus Harry Potter set, and that's 76457. That is Hogsmeade Village. Okay, this is an expensive set. It's 3,228 pieces, so big, but it's going to be $380. Harry Potter, like, besides Marvel and Star Wars, like, I just don't get why we pay so much money for Harry Potter sets. Like, it's absurd, even by IP standards. And to spend $380 on a 3,200 piece set is really frustrating to me. We don't have official images yet, but we should probably get them in the next couple weeks because this set comes out September 1st. And it's probably going to be spectacular, right? It's going to be probably in line with what we got with Diagon Alley back in 2020. Instead of 4 buildings, it's probably going to be 3 really nice looking buildings that will make up Hogsmeade Village. That is my guess. We will have to see, but you're going to have to do a lot and include a lot of cool, unique, not because Harry Potter also does this, not a reprints, but it's going to have to be a lot of unique printings for minifigs for me to go and have to justify this price, especially when there's so many other amazing 18 plus sets out there. Like I feel like it's going to get swallowed up in the group. So, and could get swallowed up by this one right here because I know a lot of people are going to be excited about this set. This is set 76300, the Arkham Asylum. Now, hey, I got a really weird image I'm going to put up for Arkham Asylum. It is a Minecraft image of the leak of what it's going to look like, but it's not like an official, it's not an official image, obviously, but it's not like even an image. It's like someone saw what it looked like, built it in Minecraft, and then said, here's what it's going to look like. Like how in what is the weirdest Lego leak ever, here you go, the Minecraft version of Arkham Asylum. It's a 2,953 piece set. It's going to be $300. So again, very expensive, but that is more in line for that piece count. Coming out here again in September and October. They're going to bankrupt some people, I swear. But this set, if you're a DC fan, if you're a Batman fan, you're going to like, because it's got 16 minifigs that are going to come with this set. It's going to have your Batman and Robin, obviously, but then it's going to basically have the entire villain lineup. So you're not just getting the Joker. You're getting all the way down to like your Poison Ivies and your Killer Crocs. So should be pretty cool. I look forward to official images that aren't Minecraft images, but it's always fun to see the creativity of leakers nowadays, right? So we'll see. If this Minecraft image looks like the official one, it's going to be kind of weird because it almost reminds me of the haunted house. It's almost more of like a corner build, and it's got a weird Arkham in front of it. Like, I feel like that's just Minecraft not doing a good job displaying it, but it looks very haunted house-y. So if you've seen those, it looks like it's almost modular, not a facade like a Draco's Manor, which is great because I freaking hate facade builds, but an actual standalone building. And so we've not seen any interiors, anything like that, but that's what it looks like. So anyway, and then last but not least, in the world of 18 plus for this year, we've got set 75685. This is a Wizard of Oz set. Okay. So another Wicked set, but I bring this one up because it is a wall art set. It's going to be the World of Oz wall art. It's a $150 set, 1,518 pieces, and comes out September 1st. My guess is it's going to be similar if you've seen Batman the Animated Series wall art that has basically it's Gotham City. I would imagine it's going to be a smaller version of that, right? You're going to have the Emerald Palace right in that center, and probably other pieces of Oz making up this wall art, but should be interesting. I will be excited to see official images of that as well. So there you go. That is 17 sets, not including all your gift with purchases, but that was 17 18 plus sets in the next 5 months, y'all. If you want all of these, if you want to go to Lego and purchase all of these, it's going to set you back $4,570. Now, granted, 1,000 of that is a Death Star. So if you want 16 of these sets, it's still going to cost you $3,500. So this is not a cheap buy-in, but it is some amazing stuff that's coming out here in the rest of 2025, and I'm all about it, right? So with that, hey, don't forget, I will say, I would be remiss if I didn't remind you of this. Since we're on the 18 plus lineup, I did want to close with the reminder that October 6th is the BrickLink Designer Series 6 pre-orders. So if you really want to add to that 18 plus lineup, we've got really 5 additional sets to add to that. So that then brings our total up to 22 sets in the next 5 months that are 18 plus sets. So don't forget, we've got Off-Road Adventure by King Creations. We've got the Art Factory by Brickster, the Gold Mine Expedition by Brick Project, the Outlaw Forest Den by Brickhammer, and the Sequoia Tree Trail by Peace on Earth. So those all come out for pre-order October 6th. In case you haven't spent all of your money in September and October, Lego BrickLink's going to hit you on the back end. So, and honestly, it's kind of funny. I feel like Series 6, the hype for it, isn't going to be as big, in large part because there are just so many amazing sets coming out in September and October that I feel like it might get overshadowed. We don't have an Adventures in Transylvania to come out, but I will say these current ones, King Creations, Brickhammer, they all are great designers, previous winners. They're names that you should know if you're into the BrickLink designer program, but I just hope they aren't too overshadowed by all the October releases, and then people in the build-up for November for, not only just the Death Star, because that's going to take all of October, but then Star Trek's going to be all of November, so we'll just have to see. So anyway, thanks for hanging in there with me. I just thought it would be cool to go over all the 18 plus lineup, because, right, this is in adults only, adults welcome. You talk about Lego being a kid's toy. If someone comes up to you and says, why do you collect Lego? Lego is a child's toy. All you need to do is just show them this episode. Have them listen to this episode, have them look at the images, and it just throws their argument right out of the water, because I don't think I came up with a single thing an 8-year-old or a 6-year-old are going to be interested in. But yeah, so there you go. And then don't forget, August, double pack BrickHeads. That's going to be cool. So, all right, with that, I'm going to call this episode. It's been a long one, but I appreciate you hanging in there with me. Tune in Wednesday. If you're a Disney Pixar fan, you're going to like Wednesday's episode. It is a set review and one I am excited for, as well as coming Saturday. I got some brick speed builds. If you're catching me on YouTube, I got some YouTube-only videos that are coming out this weekend with Disney's Pixar as well. But hey, until Wednesday, when I do come back with the couple of set reviews, going to be a little bit unique this time. I'll just have to catch you on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.